Okay, so I figured this would be easier than, hold on, let me turn down my air because I'm freezing and it's loud. So what does it mean to be a wife, to walk like a wife and not a girlfriend? That's a very deep question, and I'm doing this video because I figured that would be easier than me trying to text everything out to you, because there's a lot of info. So when you think about a wife, the attributes of a wife, or a godly wife, sorry, my seatbelt is not on because I'm going slow and I don't really care, so bad influence, don't listen to me. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, so a wife walks with a sense of respect and dignity. Not saying that a girlfriend doesn't. Okay, so let me back up. So when you're a wife, you act differently. I do everything that I do because I am a direct representation of my husband. And so I don't want to misrepresent him, and I don't want to because spiritually a wife is supposed to mirror her husband, because we are, the way that everything is designed, there is obviously God, and then the husband, and then the wife and the kids. So in a marriage, okay, so like if you look at the spiritual aspect of it, the man is made in the image of God. The man is a mirror image of God. Supposed to be. Like, that's how we're supposed to present ourselves. And so when a man takes a wife, that woman is to represent her husband, because her husband's representing God. And when everything works in order, it all circles back to representing God. So let me turn my light on, because that's gonna I'm almost on. So anyway, a girlfriend walks almost with a sense of carelessness, because there's no commitment. Because when the Bible talks about every woman be in submission to her husband, that doesn't mean that we are supposed to submit to every man on the face of the planet. No. That means we are to submit to our own husbands. So there is a spirit of submission, and a spirit of almost like a softness. Also, a lot of the time when a woman is just dating someone, she is so scared of losing that person because, again, there's no commitment. So she's a lot more apt to almost be walked over, like almost, let people take advantage of her. When a woman's married, there is an assurance, and I said that wrong, an assurance that you are committed to somebody. You are committed to your husband. And when you look at the marriage bed, okay, there is not a whole lot that can be done in the marriage bed that's defiled, if that makes sense. Like, sex in a marriage is holy. Sex outside of a marriage is an abomination. It's not good. So there is, when you're in a marriage, a committed relationship, and you are vowed before God and your husband to be committed to that person, there is a virtue there. That even though you are how do I say that? Never mind. I'm just going to move on. So there is a virtue and there is a boldness and there is yet a softness and there is, I don't know if this is making any sense. This is why I did this, because typing it out would have taken me forever. So the best way, the simplest way that I can describe it is a girlfriend. When you think of a girlfriend, think of someone who is almost just very careless, carefree, not committed to anything, not tied down, not loyal. Does that make sense? Not loyal. I'm not saying that they are, but when we're talking about in a spiritual sense, because we are in a covenant relationship with Jesus, He is our heavenly husband, right? So for us to live like a girlfriend and walk like a girlfriend and walk like we're not committed to Him, that's a problem. So when somebody tells you to walk like a wife and not a girlfriend, it means you bring commitment, you bring determination to make it work. Because a lot of the time, when you think about a relationship and you think about love, so many people have the mindset of love is whatever makes me happy, or love is finding that person that makes me happy. Okay, let me just be honest. Jake does not always make me happy, okay? There are times where he frustrates the living tar out of me, but that's where we mess up, because love is not always a feeling. Love is a choice that you make every day to say, okay, this person royally ticked me off, but I'm going to make a decision to love that person because I promised, because I made a commitment. And to let's just be real. Jesus makes me mad sometimes because He doesn't do things like I think He should, which that's my carnal mind speaking and my flesh. And that's when I realize, hey, I've got to get it in check. But that doesn't mean that Jesus doesn't make me mad sometimes. But I walk with a commitment and I walk with a dedication to say, nope, you know what, Jesus, I love you. Even though you're making me mad, I still love you and I'm still going to serve you. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So I'm going to upload this to, well, obviously you know, because you'll have the link. I am talking, sir. Rude. You'll have the link, so you can see it there. But, yeah, I'm going to send you this. Again, obviously you already know that, because if you're watching it. Anyway. All right.